these things. I've dated the
look
girl
just
with
as
the
young as
tattoo on the
her ass.
back of her shoulder. You know, the one that get a little freaky. Hell, I've dated the throat goat as well. I've dated the one
He said the
who
eater.
might have been raw with Tom, Dick, and
The eater. I said the eater. Yes, sir. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We got another reaction on the books today, man. We finna be reacting to Celebrity Worship is Getting Worse, man. Let's get it. Look, y'all. I know we like celebrities. Everybody got their favorite celebrity. Celebrity crushes, bro. But we gotta chill on this shit, man. At the end of the day, they regular people, man. I was scrolling through TikTok, man, and I so happened to see the stream with Chris Brown and Kai and shit. Take a look at this shit, man.
Oh!
Oh my God! Watch out, bro! Watch out! This shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's not that serious, gang. Be mindful of the shit that y'all put on the internet, bro. Please. And at the same time, bro, don't lose yourself. Not lose yourself over these damn celebrities, bro. Let's get to the video.
apparently Scott Jackson is a S worker and her boyfriend is some sort of pimp and he's allegedly doing these things. Look, when you put a legend in front of stuff, that does not make it okay. I don't know why there isn't some sort of regulation behind these things. These platforms should be totally deplatformed, demonetized, whatever D needs to be put in front of this shit to get it off the internet. And I'll get back to that later, but
crazy.
Apparently this young man that she did get into a relationship, he goes by the name of Yerky, trying to say Perks, but in a clever, fancy way. And she did meet him as a pen pal in jail. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into that in a second, but there are a lot of people on the internet that are saying Scott Jackson has been used, she's been taken advantage of, and they can't realize how such a Disney princess or star could be taken advantage of like this. But I'm here to tell you, we have to put accountability and blame on these people and honestly come to the realization that you just don't know these people. I mean, when you see pictures of her saying free my man with the baby picture of this young man, you gotta know that she has a clear and conscious mind as to what she's doing with her actions. And we can't act like Scott Jackson does not have some past. She was beefing with Little Key, rest in peace, baby mom, about some allegations. She got into it with Bad Baby as well. She was also scamming her fans out of a MacBook. She has a bunch of different things going on in her past that lead us to believe that she's probably not a good person, but ultimately it should let us know that we don't know her at all, and we should just let her die with the show that she was on Disney Channel.
Damn.
And if there's any more reason to
hey bro, be ruthless as hell. He talking about we should have just let her die on the show. Like, damn. Die off with her show. That's crazy.
Believe that we should just leave this on because we don't know these people and that Scott Jackson isn't the person that we thought she was. Well, recently this baby daddy did get arrested, and it has come out that he has been putting out multiple Facebook messages, posts, and things like that, talking about how he doesn't like Scott Jackson. She's this, that, and the third, etc., etc. But trust me, when you have a baby daddy like this, these aren't just one-off moments that you can blame to be hacking on account. If he's comfortable enough to post these types of videos on Facebook, then I'm pretty sure you know who you're dealing with.
Lil' bruh stupid. I'm like, bro, you got a shorty that got a bag that could possibly grow the bag even bigger. Like, what is we doing? What is we doing? What are we doing, gang? If you just got out of jail, then you ain't got no pay for real, unless you on the block, unless she funding your ass. Yeah, man, he must be hitting that spot on her dumb ass. Gotta be hitting that spot on her dumb ass. Got to. Cause she crazy. Look. Crazy old. You heard me? Crazy old. This went, and she young though. That's the only way. That's the only reason why she acting like this. Cause she young, bro. Her mind ain't, you know what I'm saying? The mind ain't there. Cause ain't no other little female that's on her shit. Finna let this nigga come in, regardless he just got out of jail or not? Yeah, alright.
Boy, you need to stop doing that, girl. Like, girl, y'all talking about doing like what? I ain't do shit. Yeah, I'm single. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Baby girl, you ain't know I'm good for domestic violences on life. We'll both go to jail, beating on each other, smiling my mugshot.
In the past week on Twitter, there was a thread that was
Crazy.
saying, post your deadbeat baby daddy challenge. I went through the thread and I searched for people who may have got the script flipped on them. Their baby daddy had no signs of being a bad person before this. They honestly got blindsided. Maybe something where they got knocked in the head. Something that told me, hey, this person was not aware of how bad this person was before. And I found one person like that. Regular people ignore red flags, or they get smitten with the idea of companionship that makes them ignore or be okay with a bunch of different scummy, dumb activities. Now, why that can't be the case for Sky Jackson, why Sky Jackson can't just also be a bad person, I don't know. But for some reason, people keep giving Sky Jackson excuse after excuse after excuse and putting the blame on the baby daddy in this situation. And let's be clear, the people that are picking these bad partners aren't bad at picking bad partners. They themselves are picking their type. You usually gravitate and are in circles with people that are just like you. It's kind of hard to break off. So if you've got a history of felonies, you're most likely going to pick a partner who has a history of felonies, violence, all this stuff like that. Opposites don't usually attract. I know that that's some Disney Channel trope where the boy from the slums marries the princess, or the king of the country comes into the coffee shop. That's not how that works. People usually generally gravitate towards the things that they are. And it all stems from idolization. The truth is, these people see themselves in Sky Jackson or any other celebrity that they're mad at. These celebs do the exact same things, and they wanted an excuse their whole life as to why they are in the situations that they are. But in reality, people do dumb shit. To me, this is the exact same equivalent to the guys that are trying to date the bottle girls and say, oh, all women are 304s, all women are bad people, but are only going for the 304s and the bad people. Oh, all women do sex work, all women work in the nightlife, but the only place that you're going to look for women to date is the sex workers and the people that work in nightlife.
Sky Jackson got pregnant by a man who, if not most of us, some of us have experienced, which is a hood with nothing to lose. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Something about them screws being loose up here, they just give it all to you. And it just be the best. Until it becomes...
She talking about that. Yeah! You're telling you. She talking about that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hitting the screws off they dumb ass. I'm telling you. Hitting the screw, knocking socks off they ass. You're... I'm telling you, cuz motherfuckers do anything at that age. 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm telling you. Her ass give you her whole check. Give you her whole check, nigga. Her whole tax refund, nigga.
The worst. And you gotta leave their ass. But you gotta leave before you get pregnant. And that's the step that Sky Jackson skipped. Y'all baby daddies, men that are just supposed to be for a good time, a good jolly old time. You're not supposed to marry a scammer. You're not supposed to have a baby with a scammer. Them not the men that you settle down with. We just all seeing a canon event that a lot of us go through Sky Jackson. We didn't want that for our Disney. We didn't want that for Miss Disney, okay? We wanted her to, feel me, be the classy, bougie person that we all thought she was in our head. She did not live up to that, but you feel me? I'm not mad at you, girl. I'm just a little bit disappointed.
And now, don't get me wrong.
I'm fucking weak. Shorty,
exists.
how old are
People
you?
do these things. I've dated the girl
just
with
as young as
tattoo
I
on the
is.
back of her shoulder. You know, the one that get a little freaky. Hell, I've dated the throat goat as well. I've dated the one
he said the
who
eater
might have been raw with Tom, Dick, and...
The eater. I said the eater. The eater. Crying.
Hank, and I was the fifth man. Listen, we're not gonna get into my dating life. Ultimately, the moral of the story is I didn't go too deep. It's thrilling to live on the wild side. You don't supposed to go too deep into the wild side. You're supposed to maybe get close to the edge and then come back. But the real problem is when people give a bunch of excuses to those that live on the wild side, to the edge and then come side. You don't supposed to go too deep into the wild side. You're supposed to maybe get close to the edge and then come back. But
man, you ain't been in there, gang. That girl did on that lady on that movie Get Out. Some niggas fall in the sunken place, bruh. In that sunken place they old with. Ain't no leaving.
Real problem is when people give a bunch of excuses to those that live on the wild side and don't hold these people accountable for their own actions. When you have Ross you're gonna get pregnant. When you're dealing with somebody who has a bunch of felonies, they're most likely to repeat that same cycle.
Girls like her typically fetishize guys like him, you know, YNs, hood niggas. And they really get a kick out of their contrast. Like the general public's confusion of how the two of them could even cross paths, or the fact that she would even be attracted to him. And they think it makes them look edgy and rebellious, when in all actuality it makes them look like idiots, because realistically a woman like Sky Jackson dating a literal degenerate could only bring her down. There is absolutely no benefit to that. The only person that's benefiting is the degenerate, because then he gains access to your resources, which he will exploit because he doesn't appreciate them. Because YNs and hood niggas subconsciously know that y'all fetishize them, so they play along and get what they want, while you sit around thinking you're the best thing that's ever happened to him in his life, because you have a superiority complex and you believe that you're a better option than the women in the hood, and what you're offering him is something that he would have never been able to get without you. But in all actuality, damn near every woman in his life has spoiled him, took care of him, or brought him new experiences. Like, girl, you're not special. And that's why y'all always end up getting dogged out, because you have this flawed perception of what you were supposed to mean to him.
And while I appreciate the people that are giving reasonable conclusions about all these situations and doing their think pieces to kind of get people out of the idea of worshiping in celebrity idolization, ultimately these think pieces are even idolizations. Look, when you idolize a celebrity, it is clearly proven to be a sign of low intelligence, and that's just a fact. When you view them as flawless, it can be detrimental, because at the end of the day, you don't know these people. People lift up these celebrities based off of preconceived notions or stuff that they've seen on TV from somebody who's in a writer's room, purposefully making them seem to be a better character than what they supposedly are. And then ultimately, when that celebrity lets them down, they get super disappointed and even go to the extent of going to the extremes of making up fantasies about situations in which they encountered a celebrity and then saying how they were ultimately let down because they didn't live out to be the fantasy that they thought of in their own head. And then it can also be bad for the celebrity because they feel like they have to continue to craft this picture perfect image of themselves for the public consumption. Halle Bailey is a perfect example of this. Women on the internet absolutely hate the fact that she got pregnant by DDG, and they're looking for every reason in which way to call him a
being handsome, rich. That is successful. Shit come with this. We did it for no reason. He told me you niggas got it easy.
bum. Halle Bailey didn't mind any of these things. I mean, she clearly sat back while people called her baby daddy a bum, never addressed it on the internet, just kind of went with the idea of it. But secretly in the background,
bro, people that call DDG a bum, bro, you straight you never watched them, gang. You never watched them. How can you hate a nigga that damn near had a influential influence like damn near Soulja Boy, gang? How can you hate a nigga like that? How can you hate a nigga that straight grinded, did a whole 360 with his life, nigga? Went to college, dropped out of college, started YouTube, got successful off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Then transform into a whole fucking rapper, nigga. Like, how can you hate on that? That's weird, bro. Like, y'all weird as shit, bro. What y'all want her to end up with, Chris Brown or something? Drake? Trey Songz? Like, who y'all want her to end up with? Niggas is weird. Y'all be living through other, bro. Lock in, gang. A lot of you women, lock in, bro. Y'all be living through other fucking famous people lives and shit. Lock the fuck in, gang. You want to be famous, grind in. Make your own self famous, nigga.
She knew that she had an audience of people that idolize and worship her that she could ultimately use to weaponize one day when the situation arrived. And that situation arrived when Kai Cenat had DDG and Halo on his stream. Then Halle Bailey tried to galvanize her troops to hate on Kai Cenat, hate on DDG, and feel some sort of sympathy for her by putting out some sort of tweet like this. And ultimately it kind of backfired on her in a bad way. Now y'all know I have my problems with putting kids on the internet. We've talked about it on this channel before. And there are people that use these kids as some form of content, I think it's all disgusting. Using that child to galvanize your troops of audience that is delusional and idolize you is even worse. Since then, Halle Bailey has redacted said statement, and I'm glad she did. Clear heads can finally prevail. But the whole situation around it, where her people were clamoring to find ways to call DDG a bum, a deadbeat, a dangerous person, this, that, and the third, I think that that was totally wrong. And this is the reason why people shouldn't even be involved in these relationships like this, because although the two partners involved have clearer heads, the people outside of it who idolize these people think irrationally and go to the extent of saying the most wildest shit. Earlier in the video, we talked about celebrities being pedestalized by their fans, and then when the fans interact with them or they get more content from their fans, they don't live up to it, and now the teardown begins. Well, this ultimately happened recently to Duke Dennis, you know, Captain Atlanta. At one point in time, the entire female population loved Duke Dennis. They cheered for him, they admired him. But one day, he did one interview with Speedy, and the whole world switched up on him.
Why did I wake up this morning and y'all don't switched up on Duke Dennis? Because of the way he looked with a high quality camera. Maybe he was a little tired. He was a little exhausted, possibly. We just went from hyping him from being a cowboy.
Motherfucker don't even know, bro. Y'all don't even understand that. Bro, people just goofy, gang. We don't even know when that video was took. Y'all don't even know when that video was shot. Like, you don't even know when this shit was shot. My shit was shot. Just because I'm like, come on, gang. Motherfuckers is stupid, bro. People just goofy as hell, bro.
Wearing a cowboy hat and his overalls. So y'all talking about some nah, this not Duke. This not, huh? One day we'd be like, the Dennis. That's the Dennis. That's the Dennis. That's the Dennis. The next day we like, that's the Dennis. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
It's crazy to see a switch up like that, especially when people.
That's why that's why you shouldn't even take this shit. Like, don't even take that shit to heart, bro. Because 9 times out of 10, nigga, he got famous from niggas watching him. Bitches didn't watch him, gang. 100% of his motherfucking audience was niggas. Before the clout, he just so happened to be a nice looking brother that got some money. You know what I'm saying? And it amplified that shit. That's all it was. His core fan base was niggas. 100%. Until that Riz video came out. You know what I'm saying? And it just took shit off. Like, shit crazy, bro.
People would say the most outrageous things about Duke Dennis.
Josh or Duke?
Duke! I'm sucking Duke's butt.
And I know it's something as petty as his looks, but I had to get in contact with Duke, you know, the big drop. Had to go back into my AMP Rolodex and call him up on the phone to see if he would come and do a video with me to figure out his true feelings and real thoughts about women switching up on him on the internet. Really though, I don't mind women switching up on me.
No, the fuck he didn't, bruh. Hey, he funny as hell. He funny as hell, bruh. Hell nah.
Shit like that, because in reality they got some sort of idea in their head about me that they don't even know. You feel me? They see me on stream or these clips for a couple hours out of the week and they romanticize the relationship that we have. But in reality, they don't even know me. They ain't never been to South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They don't even listen to R&B like that. Now listen, I love the females, but clearly they starved of some type of genuine connection or relationship. You feel me? Type shit. And I would fulfill that for the one person that's true to me, right? Type shit. In reality, though, like, can't be for everybody, baby. And that doesn't mean that you should fantasize about being with me when you could really be with somebody else in real life. For real. So I appreciate the fans of the support, but we gotta calm down with all that idolization and celebrity worship type shit. You feel me? Appreciate you, Omar. Appreciate you. Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Drop. The problem is they create these entire fantasy ideas about who you should and shouldn't be. You show maybe 1 or 2 glimpses of what a good person is supposed to be or somebody that they would find ideal, and they fill out this whole entire storybook about your life. There was even a situation in which this woman claimed to want Duke to be some sort of activist for these needs or these social injustices that are going on in the world. And because Duke didn't respond to the DMs, because Duke didn't get back to her in a timely manner, manner. She went totally off the rails and started calling Duke all types of names and said he was all types of buck broken. It was crazy.
There was a time when I had a crush on Duke Dennis, but now I'm so disgusted by his character. I don't even see him as attractive. Like, I don't even care to keep up with him. He doesn't matter to me anymore. He has now made it onto the list of all the black men who got a little bit of fame, got a little bit of money, and suddenly America stopped. And they forget it so. Ignore the cries of all the black people who are saying, hey, we need your voice, we need your platform to help shed light onto this so this doesn't become a trend. It's sad to say, but I think he's made it over to that buck broken, I need my platform, I need white men to keep giving me my money and my paycheck. He's one of those black people now.
Now, Duke.
People goofy as hell, bro. I think she just mad because that nigga ain't respond. She was hurt. That nigga ain't respond. That's what it really was. Because her energy would be completely different if that nigga would have responded and agreed to that shit and got in her face, bro. It's wild, bro. Women do this shit. Y'all seen it earlier. I rolled the clip, man. Y'all seen it. It's crazy, bro. A married woman talking about getting trained by these niggas, bro. I wish I would. I wish I would catch my wife comment on. I don't give a damn, famous or not. I wish I would catch you in this nigga in the motherfucking comments talking about choo choo. Man, yeah, alright. Anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this shit, man. I'm stopping the video right here, man. I get back at y'all, bro.